Hello and welcome to Active Bryant Fitness Systems. This video is all about Bryan Johnson. And what I want to talk about is I think there's a bit of fakery there and a bit of addicted to treatments, as well as doing something that maybe not be beneficial in the long run. So on his YouTube channel, he says, do not die. Now, we're all going to die. That's a fact of life. Some will die major early. Some may not die till really late in life. And I think it's the luck of the draw, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Like, he says that his chronological age is 18 and he's probably in his 50s or 40s. And I think that messing with nature is not a good idea. Every time we mess with nature, we fuck it up. Does that make sense? Now, the science says the more muscle you hold on to, I've got 18-inch arms, the more muscle you will hold on to, the longer you will live. But is that true? Because a lot of bodybuilders are huge and they die early. But this is because they're messing with their hormonal system, taking concoctions of drugs which causes inflammation in the heart and stuff like that. Now, with Bryan Johnson, you see he does all these different therapies, okay? And then he's taking 100 supplements a day. And then you see in his videos, he's got shockingly bad skin. So if you've got shockingly bad skin, that tells me you've got an allergic reaction to what you're doing and it's coming out on your skin. Does that make sense? So then I watch these workout programs and it's more cardiovascular endurance based than what it is strength based. So in David Asprey's book, 3 scientific studies talk about how you can get your VO2 max up by doing only 5 minutes of cardiovascular training 3 times a week. So that's scientifically proven in the book. And then if you read this other book called Grow Young with HDH, absolutely brilliant book. And the author, Dr. Ronald Kasler, talks about how you've got to squat. You've got to keep your glute muscles and your quad muscles, because these are the first muscles that atrophy as you age. And I've seen this in clients that are older than 50. They've got a Budweiser tube, like their belly sticking out, and they've got no arse muscle, no quad muscle, or they've got them, but they're very low, not like big chunky legs or big chunky glutes that they had when they was in their 20s. But saying that, I worked with an 83-year-old, and he was a cyclist, and he kept the muscle in his legs, which was absolutely brilliant. So the way I look at it, you know, the luck of the draw, you're either going to live long or die early. And there's nothing you can do about that, in my opinion. But obviously you can have all these scientific tests done to find out if you've got a weak heart or if you've got a chance of having cancer, if you've got some genetical problem that may cause you to die early, okay? But I don't think you need to really do, you know, all these like laser treatment on the face, laser treatment on the body, and all these certain things. I believe that the body should be cleansed, so liver cleanse, bowel cleanse, cell cleanse, skin cleanse, kidney cleanse that you can do, which I do with my clients and myself, really does work, and that enables you to look a lot younger. And when people meet me face to face for the first time, they normally say, how old are you? When I tell them, they're like, you look 10 years younger. And this is only because I've been working out for over 30 years. And this is fundamentally the key. Yes, supplements are important as you get older. And I found that you get more aches and pains as you get older because your body gets depleted of the vitamins and minerals, or it may need a lot more as you age because the body's going into breakdown. Remember that the average caveman only lived to about age 43. And the average caveman had 5 times more testosterone and muscle mass compared to the normal human, today's human. Does that make sense? And this is what I said to my client, is that the more that you strength train, the more that you'll keep your muscle mass, the fitter you'll feel, and the younger you will look. Does that make sense? So if you see a guy walking down the road with a big belly, automatically that makes them look older. If they've got a triple chin, that makes them look older. But if they're lean, say their body fat is 15%, they look younger. And if they haven't got a big belly, they look younger. But in the book, HGH, he talks about supplementing well with L-glutamine every day. 1, to keep the gut healed, and 2, to stop the fine lines on the face that many people get as they age. Okay? So that's one thing you can do without using scientific lasers on your body. And then the other thing is, because he's a billionaire, he doesn't have to work. So he's got all this free time to do all these crazy things that normal people don't have time to do. So when I see a new client, I say to him, like, ideally, I want to see you 4 times a week. Oh, Scott, can't do that. I can only commit to twice or once. But they want the Bryan Johnson results from once or twice a week. And I know that that doesn't work. I've found that clients that train 4 days a week consistently without stopping get a huge amount of change, the huge amounts of benefit, not 5, 6, 7 days. I think Brian does 5 or 6 days. Now, I believe that that's going to cause a rapid aging thing in the body instead of lowering it down, because your body needs to relax, recoup, and heal the muscle, which takes 48 hours for the muscle to recover from whatever you've been doing. So I believe that you should just listen to your body, and if your body says don't train, don't train. But don't listen to your body when it says don't train for 10 weeks. Does that make sense? Sometimes you've got to override what your body's telling you to feel better. And that takes a skill in itself, in my opinion. So I'm going to train once I've done this video, and I'm going to do 45 minutes. It will be 7 sets on my legs, 5 sets on my chest, 5 sets on my arms. Then I'm done. That's 45, 50 minutes done completely. Does that make sense? So I think that a lot of the scientific guys are putting good information out there, but it's really confusing people more and more. Does that make sense? So my formula is the Paul Chek formula, where I train 4 days a week. I use 5 to 4 exercises per body part. I never go over 32 sets for the whole workout. I may even do under if I'm trying to get more hypertrophy in the body. I might do a little bit more if I'm trying to get more cut and more leaner for the body. Does that make sense? I never calorie count. I don't believe in that. I believe that you should eat when you're hungry, enjoy your food, but obviously don't eat lots of crap processed food that can cause disease and illness in the body, which has been proven that it does that. So with the Bryan Johnson of living longer, I agree, we all want to live longer. But then you have to think about life. You know, Kobe Bryant, the basketball player, killed in a helicopter crash. I'm sure he wanted to live till 70. Does that make sense? So you can't... you can put as many things in place to stop yourself from dying early. Like, don't be a racing car driver. Don't be a stuntman. Don't go and climb the Himalayan mountains like rock climbing if you're not a good rock climber. Do you see my point? So it's really important for us to, in my opinion, go back to basics and not get bogged down by too much science, because then you get totally confused. So Paul Chek said a brilliant thing, which is don't get paralysis by analysis. So when I'm doing my assessments on my clients, which is over 150, I go, dun, 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 that's done, that's done, that's done, mark it all out, and then write it down and go, right, they don't need that, they don't need that, they need this, they need that, and they don't need that. But I don't go over the top. Does that make sense? Because if I went over the top, I go, well, I can't do that, and I can't do that, and I can't do that, they'd be left with one exercise. Does that make sense? And the client's coming to me to be exercised, to have a great session, to feel the endorphin rush at the end of the session, or to go away feeling energized. If my clients are energized and pain-free and not shaking, I know I've done a good job. And I ask them at the end, you know, did you have a good session? Not like that. I will say to them, how was the session? Did you enjoy it? Did I give you everything that you needed for this, on how you were feeling today? So sometimes some clients, they'll probably be working a 14-hour day, end up training in the morning or late afternoon, and they're already completely depleted of energy. So then I'll use Tai Chi or medical Qigong to relax, to heal, to make them feel better. Another time they might have had a stressful night with the missus and work, and they just want to train hard, but I'll only train them hard if I feel their body's capable of doing it. As soon as, say, if I was giving them a squat or a lunge or a deadlift and their form goes in the first set, that's it, stop, we're going to do something else. But that takes skill and technique and a skillful eye over time to be able to spot this. I see trainers training their clients way too hard, and then you hear the client moaning in the changing room, oh, my back hurts, oh, my knee hurts, oh, didn't sleep last night, I don't know why. And that's because they've been overtrained. There is the thing of overtraining, and when you're overtrained, you're not getting results. The same was with Bryan Johnson. The amount of stuff he's taking, should he be 3 or 4 times the size he is if you're taking growth hormone and testosterone? And this is what I said to my client. I said, at the end of the day, he's taking 100 different pills. What reaction are they putting into the body, and what damage may some of them be putting into the body? Does that make sense? So none of us look the same. No one looks like me. I'm unique. None of us look the same, so none of us should be eating the same food or the same nutrition or the same supplements. You know what I mean? So somebody might be good on magnesium glycinate, where somebody else might be good on another type of magnesium, because there's many different types. Does that make sense? The same as somebody might do well on one brand of fish oil, whereas somebody might do terrible on that brand of fish oil. The same as if I metabolically type my clients, one might do well on a mixed diet and one might do well on a protein type diet. We're all unique, we're all different. And I think his system is over 100 grand or 50 grand for you to use. But the way I look at it, if you just eat organically, drink your body weight in ounces of water, get enough sleep every night, and stay away from stinking thinking and keep your stress levels down and do some meditation, you'll save 50 grand. Does that make sense? So please comment down below, share, like and follow. Please comment down below if you think that I'm wrong or you think I'm right. We don't have to over-analyse things. And I know that many left-brainers, because they're lawyers, solicitors, traders, over-analyse, whereas right-brainers don't over-analyse as much, and we're more in touch with our spiritual self, like myself. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Bye.